So much to say in a little bit of time. All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. Y'all know what day it is, y'all know what time it is, and y'all know who y'all looking at. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's Club Pizzle Happy Hour. I'm, of course, your host, Don Pizzle, Pie God. Podstradamus. You know, we're here, man. Another episode. We are now hitting that stride. This is the first official Club Pizzle Happy Hour featuring Pizzle's Picks. Yes. So I'm gonna be coming at y'all on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now from here on in, and it depends. I may have to move some things around. Y'all may or may not get some super shows. Thank everybody who tuned in to the super shows. Thank everybody who tuned in to last night's Cleveland Cavaliers preview show that is available right now on the very video above you on YouTube, or beside you on YouTube, or below you on Spotify. Shout out to my Spotify people. While y'all are in that mood, in that supporting mood, I need y'all to go and subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, share this thing out. Feedback is encouraged. My DM and my inbox are open for the people who follow me on socials. And also make sure you log on to OhioEntertainmentAwards.org. It's that time again. It's OEA season. I need y'all to go to OhioEntertainmentAwards.org. Put in all your information. Make sure y'all get Club Pizzle nominated for Best Podcast. No, I know there is no sports category again. That's something I'm going to fight for in the future, in future years, even though I hate to be pigeonholed with the sports people. I mean, with, you know what I'm saying, just being pigeonholed as a sports podcast. It's a sports podcast. And me going up against what I'm going up against, it is what it is. It's cool, me being nominated. But just get me on the ballot anyway. Once again, OhioEntertainmentAwards.org. And category 36, Best Podcast Club. Thank y'all in advance. Y'all have until October the 31st. When the voting closes. The Ohio Entertainment Awards is, I believe, November the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it is. It's in Akron, Ohio. Shout out to Drew and Dre Day and everybody involved. And that has something to do with the OEAs. Good luck to everybody out there trying to get themselves nominated in whatever category. Yeah, salute to y'all. Before we get the show started, we are here for a good time, and we might be here for quite a while because I got some stuff to cover. I'm going to try to do this, I say 45 minutes. I try to do it in 45 minutes or less. But you know me. Yeah, get up real quick, grab this remote. Y'all know how that be, man. I can go, especially with certain subjects and topics. I'm going to try to get through this. Maybe y'all are watching the current NBA stuff going on, because I know the preview is going to come right when, you know. So y'all are getting this thing early and getting it recorded and getting it out, so y'all can be able to watch what y'all need to watch. Or y'all can just mute it because y'all don't like the commentators anyway. All right, before we get to that, man, let it be known again. Club Pizzle and Club Pizzle Happy Hour featuring Pizzle's Picks. Excuse me, I had a brain fart there. Is now brought to you by and powered by W Energy. No crash, no jitters. Just clean focus and real energy that keeps your neighborhood-friendly pie guy locked in from the first take to the final segment. If you're tired of feeling fried, wired from the other energy drinks, W's got you. Loaded with natural caffeine, vitamins, and flavor that actually hits. No sugar, no BS, just pure performance. Whether you grinding through your workday, playing the video games, creating content, or just need that midday push, W got you. Hit up W.com, use the promo code PODGOD at checkout for 10% off of your order. Let me repeat that for those in the back that wasn't paying attention. Hit up W.com, use the promo code PODGOD, that's PODGAWD. Y'all know how I spell it. For 10% off of your order. Support the pod, fuel your own hustle, and stay tapped in with W Energy. Because the best pod in the land deserves the best energy. Now, let's get to it. I'm going to start. Okay? I'm going to lead with the NBA. Because the season starts tonight, or the season has already started. Or will be starting in a few minutes. Depending on what time this thing goes up. It's up at 7. Yeah. It's here, man. It's exciting. I'm excited about this. Let me get these cards away. There we go. We in there now. All right. Had them. Yeah. Y'all know how it is when we record. And I don't edit anything, so what y'all seeing is what y'all get. As if it was live. Lots of things happen in the NBA during this offseason since Game 7 of the NBA Finals when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder defeated the Indiana Pacers in a blowout of a Game 7. By the way, if y'all haven't watched this season's Starting 5 on Netflix, it's a great watch. Halliburton, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Jaylen Brown were all on there. It's pretty dope. I think y'all will enjoy it. A lot of things happened. A few coaches were changed. One in particular, Mike Brown, is now the new head coach of the New York Knicks. I don't know what that is going to do for them, but whatever. Kevin Durant is now a Houston Rocket. It was known that somebody was going to get traded, and this is something that came up on Starting 5 too. The whole Golden State, the whole debacle with him possibly getting traded. KD knowing he's the one that's going to be traded because the Suns were never going to trade Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, one, has a no trade clause and wasn't going to waive it for nothing, and two, don't nobody want Bradley Beal in his horrible ass contract. So KD kind of figured like, yep, I'm going to be the one. I'm the old man here or the old dog here. And this is what's going to happen. So he got traded to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, and a whole bunch of other brothers. Miles Turner surprised the entire NBA by leaving the Indiana Pacers. It's funny. The dude was caught up in so many trade rumors for like the last 3 seasons. Like every major trade or any trade that had to be involved, and they were talking about Indiana, Miles Turner's name has been in trade talks. I can remember DeAndre Ayton signing that offer sheet with the Indiana Pacers and thinking like, yep, they're getting ready to make a trade. Miles Turner's getting traded. As a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, I was kind of like, yo, they need to get him here because he's kind of a Cleveland Cavaliers killer. He's now up in Milwaukee with Greek Freak. Al Horford is with the Warriors. I think the Warriors might be the oldest team in the league. They got a bunch of old dogs over there between Steph and Draymond and Jimmy Buckets is getting up there in age. You add old man Al to that fray. You know, you got a pretty old team. We'll see. Y'all will see what I feel or how I think Golden State's going to shake out. And Russell Westbrook, not like us Russ, what I call him. Y'all watch the pop-outs. Y'all know exactly. He's now a Sacramento King. He is now a stop with the Golden State Warriors away from completing the California Infinity Gauntlet. So those are the moves that I'm good talking about, and it's like, all right, those are the moves. The KD move it's big. It's a big deal. I know KD's tired of he's tired of moving. KD wants to win a championship. Phoenix was a shot for them to do that. They had the highest payroll in the NBA, and that team was super duper trash. Horrible. And KD injured. Bradley Beal couldn't get it together. So Matt Ishbia and those guys, they just, all right, we got to make a change here. And he was the change. So I hate it for KD because now people are going to be attacking his legacy, and I'm not a fan of people trying to attack people's legacies or trying to diminish their legacies because they didn't do it how somebody that you absolutely love did it. Everybody has different paths. Everybody don't take the same way. Everybody don't stick with one team for their entire career. Hell, Shaquille O'Neal is one of the greatest centers of all time, if not the greatest center of all time, and he played for like 6 teams. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. KG made a little loop, but that was towards the end. Remember, Abdul-Jabbar didn't play for the same team his whole career. Robert Parrish played for a few teams. Wilt Chamberlain is another one. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's path is different, and everybody still feels the way they feel about KD because of the Golden State move. And, hey, man, again, everybody's journey is different, and it don't rings are rings. Since this is ring culture, whatever, I don't care about that. All right, man, let's talk about a few changes in the NBA. The media rights have switched up, and boy, have they switched up a lot. Brand new 11-year rights deal with Walt Disney, NBC Universal, and Amazon Prime Video. ABC and ESPN has been a partner for the last 23 years, I believe, and they will continue. They keep the NBA Finals, they keep Christmas Day, holiday weekends, and some key national games like Disney, ESPN, ABC. They are now the big dog there. NBC and Peacock, or NBC returns for the first time in 23 years when ABC, I believe it was Disney at the time, ABC and ESPN took the NBA rights over way back then. That was what, 2002, 2003. So 23 years ago was the last time NBA was on NBC, and now it's back. And that song is going to play tonight. And that song probably has already played tonight, and everyone is excited. Looking at the commercials on TV and seeing it on Instagram and hearing that, it's nostalgic and it's so exciting, and it's gonna take everybody back to their favorite time, which was the 90s. But they're back. NBC, they will have exclusive, Peacock exclusive, the first one of which is next Monday, October 27th. My Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be there. And they'll have some national games, and they have Sunday night basketball. So once football ends for the most part, I believe that's when it starts after the NFL ends. Sunday night basketball is going to follow Sunday night football. Now, if they get some Sunday night baseball in the summer, you know, they'll have it around the clock, and I believe that is going to come at some point. And Amazon Prime has exclusive games. Shout out to Amazon. I have all of them. I've been a subscriber to Peacock for a long time. I had WWE stuff over there, so I was watching the stuff there, and when I was getting ready to cancel, because WWE moved its PLEs to ESPN, it's like, all right, they signed this deal with NXT, and bam, the NBA is back. So The schedule is going to go a little something like this for the NBA. 7 days a week. Monday is the Peacock exclusive games. Tuesday, the it's a NBC doubleheader. Wednesday, ESPN, ABC National Window Day, so that doesn't change for ESPN. Thursday is Amazon Prime. Friday, Amazon has games, and ESPN, ABC keeps their thing. The weekends, big games are on ABC and ESPN, and NBC on Sunday. The playoffs are going to be shared through all three platforms and NBA TV. The NBA Finals remains on ESPN. And with this schedule, that also tells you that I didn't bring up, what I didn't say, was TNT has been replaced. TNT had the Tuesday night games, and they had Thursday night. So NBC steps in there, and NBC steps in on Tuesdays, and then the Thursday doubleheader night is Amazon Prime. But all is not lost from TNT, because the Inside the NBA Crew debuts tomorrow night on ESPN. They are still going to be working in Atlanta. They're still going to be working out of Turner. They kept their entire staff and production staff. They're just going to be airing it on a different channel. And I believe like the first few months of the season, they're going to be on sporadically. And then after January, or I believe after the Super Bowl, is when they're going to pick up their coverage. So we still get Ernie, Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny on Inside the NBA, but it's on ESPN on Wednesday nights. And finally, it finally came out exactly what Michael Jordan's role is going to be with NBC as a special contributor. His role, basically, it's an interview segment. It's titled MJ Insights to Excellence with Mike Tirico. I believe they announced like the first segment of it is they're going to be talking to Michael Jordan about the three-point line. You know what? I'm going to withhold judgment until I see this segment and I see what it is. Until I actually watch the segment. It's going to be on at halftime of the Thunder Rockets game tonight. So, yeah, man, I'm curious about it. It's good that Michael Jordan is there. I thought his role would be different. I thought he would step in. Listen, and this is no knock on Michael Jordan. I don't have anything bad to say about Michael Jordan, unless calling him the second best player of all time behind LeBron James is saying something bad about him. I have nothing bad to say about him. Mike was great in his time. He transcended the game. He changed the game. He brought a whole lot of money to the shoe game. You know, Air Jordans is still one of the most popular brands, if not the most popular brand. Has expanded to other sports. Like the Jordan brand is like my era. It's my lifetime. Air Jordan 1 was released in 1984. I was born in 1983. So I'm there. I lived through the Jordan era. I mean, the shot on my Cleveland Cavaliers twice. Buzzer beaters to put them out in the playoffs. Beat them in 92, couldn't get past it. Like the Cleveland Cavaliers did not beat the Chicago Bulls in the playoffs until Michael Jordan was long retired. LeBron James was here. Want to see him talk basketball. And not in a secluded, pre-recorded segment with Mike Tirico. And I love Mike Tirico. Mike Tirico is one of the best in the business and has been one of the best in the business for a couple of decades. I would like to hear Michael Jordan analyze some games and speak about basketball. Him being who he is. One of the GOATs. One of the best. The man got an era named after him in the 90s. The whole NBA on NBC era was damn near dominated by Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. I'm still holding out hope that one day we get a sit down. I don't care if ESPN does it, but I doubt ESPN does it, especially with all of the Stephen A. crap going on. NBC Peacock or Amazon, I don't care who does it. I think at some point there needs to be a Michael Jordan and LeBron James sit down with them talking to each other. I know that Jordan wouldn't do it on Mind the Game, which would be awesome. Him sitting there and Steve Nash sitting in the middle and maybe. No, it needs to be them two, and it just needs to be a conversation with the two of them. I'm still holding out hope for that. I brought that up maybe 2 years ago. It was one of my posts. I'm saying it right here on my very, very, very public podcast. And I'm putting this in the air, and I'm going to share this every day until it actually happens. NBC, Universal, Jordan, LeBron conversation. The way the Shaq and Kobe conversation was, the Magic and Isaiah conversation was, the Jordan and LeBron conversation, I'm telling you, that would stop the world. Everybody and their mother would watch that just to watch these two icons, these two basketball gods sit down and have a conversation. I'm just putting it in the air. But I'm looking forward to seeing what this thing with Jordan and Chirico is and what does it do. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get to the awards. I'm doing really, really good. We are. We're gonna be out of here. I'm gonna start with Clutch Player of the Year. I got a feeling Donovan Mitchell. I'm picking Donovan Mitchell. That's my guy. It's gonna be. I'm going with Don. I feel like the Cavaliers, they may not go and run through everybody the way they did last year. I think there are going to be some tougher games. People know what they expect from them. And the East is a lot tougher this year than people think, in spite of Indiana and Boston being depleted of their stars. I'm going to go with Don here. Or somebody like Apollo Banchero has an opportunity to do that. Trae Young is going to be in that conversation. And a couple of others. Coach of the Year, I'm going to go with Jamal Mosley from Orlando. I think Orlando is going to have a jump year. And they're going to jump from out of that play-in /8 seed. And they're going to make some noise. Maybe to the top 4. Maybe they get home court advantage. The most improved player, I'm going to go with Amen Thompson. And we're getting ready to see it right off the top. Sixth Man of the Year, Jordan Clarkson. I think he's going to come in New York. And that's like the sexy pick. And I hate doing the sexy pick. I think Amen Thompson is one of the sexy picks too. As well as Jamal Mosley. Listen to me. I hate sexy picks, but I'm giving all the sexy picks of what I think. I guess great minds think alike, right? But I think Jordan Clarkson, with that New York team coming off the bench, is going to provide some scoring punch and provide Jalen Brunson with a little bit of rest. It's still not known. Like, Mike Brown isn't known for his rotations. I mean, we saw him in 2 stints in Cleveland. His rotations in Cleveland weren't the best. Luckily, he had Brown here first time Rookie of the year is going to come down to two names. Cooper Flagg and Ace Bailey. It's going to be one of those two. Defensive player of the year. Come on, man. It's going to go to Victor Wembanyama if he plays the allotted amount of games. But y'all know where my heart lies. My heart lies with Foe, the reigning, defending defensive player of the year, Evan Bartholomew Mobley. His middle name isn't Bartholomew. It just sounds right. And I'm telling you, one of these games, one of the Cavs games I go to, I'm going to have a sign up that says Evan Bartholomew Mobley, and they're going to notice it. Somebody will be like, hey, man, what do you do? But I think Wemby is going to. They may mess around and give Wemby most improved player, which I think would be the dumbest thing ever. And the most valuable player. It's going to come down to Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They are the two best players in the NBA right now. If the Lakers have a hell of a season and Luka is averaging damn near triple-double, I can see him winning it. If Giannis is averaging 34 and 15 and the Milwaukee Bucks somehow find their way into the top 2 and 3, I can see them giving it to him. If Donovan Mitchell dominates and is in that 28-something range, and this Cavalier team wins 65 games or more, I can see Donovan Mitchell getting that nod. If Evan Mobley makes the jump to a 25 and 10 player, I don't think it's going to happen. But if he does, they may give it to him. But it's going to come down to Joker and SGA. It's going to be one of those two guys. And right now, I can't pick. I wrote both of them down. Let's go to the Eastern Conference. I'm going to just run 15 through 1. I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. And just give y'all a quick little run of these teams. The Brooklyn Nets, we know what they're doing. Their whole team is rookies. They had like 12 draft picks. And all of those guys are going to play. With Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Johnson. No, Cam Johnson is in Denver. What am I talking about? The Washington Wizards, that's another team that's horrible. They are in the... Who's the guy this year? I'm not sure. I gotta get back into the college stuff. I was so wrapped up in G League stuff for the past couple of years. College basketball has been the furthest thing from my... But I try to make it known, or make it a thing to know who the top guys are that are coming out. 13, the Charlotte Hornets. It's just not working down there. I don't know. I don't care who the owner is. I don't care who the coach is. LaMelo Ball is a hell of a basketball player. He just does not impact winning. He is wonderful. He is fantastic. He is showtime. But the Charlotte Hornets stink. At 12, I got the Miami Heat. And this may come back to bite me. Because they always find a way. They always find a way to make something happen, to make some shape, to do the damn thing. Tyler Hero is still there. I love Tyler Hero, by the way. He do get busy. I just don't see this team fight for a playing spot this year. 11, the Chicago Bulls. Lost a lot. I did see them in person. I'm not impressed. It was preseason. Their starters just don't. Like, Giddey as your starting point, that's not going to work. I don't know where Kobe White was. I don't think Vooch is going to be there long. But Buzelis is a reason to watch the Chicago Bulls this year. Buzelis is... I like him. He get busy. I can't think of who he reminds me of. Maybe an Andre Kirilenko or somebody like that. But he is a reason to watch the Chicago Bulls this year. That dude is fun to watch. let's get into the top 10. And these are the teams that'll be making the play-in. I got the Indiana Pacers. I think they have enough to reach the 10 seed. I think they have enough to win at least 40 games and get to the 10 seed. Even without Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner. Nimbar, Neesmith, Pascal Siakam is there for crying out loud. I think they got enough. And Rick Carlisle is one of the greatest coaches of all time. And he showed and proved that during this playoff run. The last 2 years, the Indiana Pacers making it to the Eastern Conference Finals and then getting over the Eastern Conference Finals hump and making it to the NBA Finals. Rick Carlisle has proved that he has a championship. He's shown like he took the Mavericks to the championship, beat the Heat. He's been to the final. He's one of them. 9, the Toronto Raptors. A lot of talent up there. Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram when he's healthy. I think, is Jakob Poeltl still there? I think Jakob Poeltl is still up there. So I think that team will be like in the 9. At 8, I have the Boston Celtics. I have a feeling Jason Tatum is going to come back at some point during the season. January, February at the All-Star break. I do think that Jaylen Brown and Kobe White. Did I say Kobe White or and Anthony Simons? I still think this team can get at least an 8 seed. Joe Mazzulla is a hell of a coach. So I think they will squeeze at least to that 8 spot. In at number 7, the Philadelphia 76ers. And this one might bite me if they come back healthy. If Paul George is healthy, if Joel Embiid is healthy, and even if he doesn't play the back-to-backs, if Joel Embiid plays 70 games, if he plays 65 to 70 games, if Paul George plays 65 to 70 games, with Maxey, with McCain, after VJ Edgecombe, listen, this one may come back to bite me. That team could hit the top 4 if they're healthy. But I'm not counting on them being healthy, so I got them at 7 and in the play-in and playing against the Boston Celtics for the right to be the 7th seed. In at number 6, I got the Detroit Pistons. They are going to be better, but I'm also expecting the other teams in the NBA to be better. Year 2 under JB Bickerstaff, Cade Cunningham is amazing. Jalen Duren gets busy up there. Bringing Tobias Harris over there looks like a great move for them and a bad move for the Philadelphia 76ers for letting him go because Paul George is the guy that replaced him, and it's just not working out. At number 5, the Milwaukee Bucks. Y'all know how I feel about Greek. Y'all know Giannis Antetokounmpo is my absolute favorite non-Cleveland Cavaliers player not named LeBron James. I'll go to bat for Greek. I'll argue for Greek. I'll defend him having his 2 brothers on the team or within the organization. I'm going to defend Greek. That's how I feel about him. He's one of my favorite players. I'm going to see him twice. Home opener and in November when the Bucks come to Cleveland. When Greek is in town, Pizzle is in the building. I got to go see. That's how I feel about Greek. Big fan of him. Like, I can't tell me nothing about Greek. Adding Miles Turner, in spite of losing Dan Lillard, I think this team still squeaks into that 5 spot. They were in the 5 spot last year, and I think they stay there. In at number 4, I got the Atlanta Hawks. I know what they added. I know Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson are back. They added Kristaps Porzingis. The big factor in all of this is Trae Young. The knock on Trae Young is he is not a leader of men. He's out for himself, even though the dude he averages 12 assists per. We have to see how. I have to see it. Until then, there won't be no higher than 4. And at number 3, yes, the Orlando Magic. They make the leap. They had a lot of injuries last year. Paolo at the beginning, they lost Jalen Suggs early. Wagner was out, but with all of those guys healthy, Paolo Banchero, an all-star game under his belt, another year better, a returning Jalen Suggs. They added Desmond Bane to go. Like it's gonna be different down in Orlando. Orlando is gonna be one of those teams to watch, and I'll keep a close eye on them when they're on national league pass. I already got my league pass. I'm there. I'm paying attention. My eyes are there. I'm watching. They got me. Number 2, the New York Knicks. Made the conference finals. The coaching change is what it is. Mike Brown, he does win games. Mike Brown does get winning out of his teams. He just can't get over hump when it comes to playoffs. Jalen Brunson's a dude. He's a dog. Karl Anthony Towns can be a dog when he's not being a cat. Y'all know what adding Jordan Clarkson to this team. Like this team, like Josh Hart. I'm a Josh Hart fan. If Josh Hart was on the Cleveland Cavaliers fans would think he's the greatest dude of all time. And at number 1, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers. With all of the injuries, I think they're better than all of these teams. They're better than Orlando. They're better than the Knicks. They're better than the Hawks. They're better than the Bucks. They bring back their team and add size to their team. Let's move on to the West. 15, the Utah Jazz. It speaks for itself. Danny Ainge is playing for draft picks. He's trying to go to Oklahoma City route. 14, the Phoenix Suns. I don't think this team gets any better with Jalen Green. You still have a logjam at the point and 2 guard. With Jalen Green, Devin Booker, it's too darn much going on over there. I don't know how they expect to fix it, but it's just not it. It's just not clicking. It's just not working. 13, the Portland Trail Blazers. That might change. Chauncey's good. I mean, Dame's back, but Dame won't play this year. They're paying that dude $14 million to rehab and stay home. 12, the Sacramento Kings. And this is where it gets tough for me. In at 11, and outside of the playoff picture, are the New Orleans Pelicans. And this one is probably going to come back to bite me. Because a healthy Zion Williamson, and that team down there might make some noise. In at 10, the Memphis Grizzlies. Yes, I still believe in the Memphis Grizzlies. They moved some guys, but Demetrius Jamel Morant is still on the roster. Zach Edey is there. Jared Jackson Jr. is still there. Going to roll. I roll with Memphis. I'm good with them. Number 9, the Dallas Mavericks. And this one is going to come back to bite me, especially if Kyrie comes back, and if he comes back early enough. Cooper Flag, who knows if he's going to be running point. Anthony Davis, if he's healthy, we know what he's capable of. They got those 2 bigs down there. I like this Dallas squad, and Jason Kidd is a hell of a coach. But a lot of these teams above them, and I think all of these here are going to be kind of close, which brings me to number 8, the San Antonio Spurs. Can they make the leap, or will they make me look foolish? Because Wemby, healthy, another year, been kicking it in the offseason with Kevin Garnett and Hakeem Olajuwon and learning moves from Jamal Crawford. Look, bro, he got to chill. Steph Castle, another year better. Devin Vassell, Dunn Harper, Jeremy Sochan. young squad. It almost reminds me of the young Cleveland Cavaliers and the young Detroit Pistons and the young Oklahoma City Thunder, where their draft picks panned out and they all came together, and they might be a year or two or three away. Number 7, the Golden State Warriors. And those are the play-in teams, and I still think with their age, the Golden State Warriors are still there. In that number 6, and I can't believe I did this, the LA Clippers, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard. Listen, what the stuff that's going on in LA right now, the fact that more podcasters aren't talking about it and more people on social media aren't talking about it, it's kind of disappointing. Because if that was the other team in LA with those type of allegations coming out, it would be a different story. And at number 5, speaking of the other team in LA, the Los Angeles Lakers. The torch is being passed. It's Luka Doncic, who is the man now. LeBron's going to miss the first couple of weeks of the season. He has sciatica. It's crazy. My wife had sciatica. JJ Redick another year. DeAndre Ayton added to that team. Austin Reeves another year better. I gotta see. And I think the Western Conference, this log jam between like 3 and 6, or 2 and or hell 1 through 5, I think like it's gonna be close. I don't think. I'll tell you like that. Number 4, the Minnesota Timberwolves, twice to the Western Conference Finals. Anthony Edwards is another one of those guys that if he can elevate them, he can be an MVP candidate. Number 3, the Houston Rockets. After getting the 2 seed, and adding Kevin Durant, they have I think they have like the tallest starting lineup for opening night or whatever. Like, is it taller than that Milwaukee Bucks team that had Giannis at the point, John Henson, Jabari Parker? It was a bunch of tall guys. That was a Jason Kidd. But Ime Udoka, like this team could contend. Losing Fred VanVleet hurts them, and that's where their shortcomings that come down the road and in the playoffs is you need that point guard. You need that championship experience. But Ime Udoka, that's going to be a hell of a squad. That's going to be hell to try to score on. You could throw a 2-3 zone out there with that squad, with him and Jabari Smith and KD. Like, it's going to look crazy. And Alfred Şengün. It's going to look crazy out there. The 2 seed, I got the Denver Nuggets. They're going to continue to be there. As long as Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic are there, they have Cam Johnson now. They've revamped that squad. I think Bruce Brown is back there, or he retired, or maybe I saw that wrong. But Denver is always going to contend. And the number 1 seed, of course, I got the Oklahoma City Thunder. But again, I think like 1 through 5, I think the margin between them is going to be like 2 or 3 games. Like, they're going to be fighting for that 1 seed well into March and the end of April, or the beginning of April when the season ends. My NBA Finals, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers coming out of the Eastern Conference. As I said yesterday, the floor is the Eastern Conference Championship for them. Who they will play in the NBA Finals? The Oklahoma City Thunder. I think they have enough to defend it. I don't think the road is going to be the way it was last year. I think they'll play like playing the Lakers and Luka and Bron in the second round series, in a potential second round series, a potential second round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and then happen to go up against Nikola Jokic, possibly in the Eastern Conference Finals, possibly going against a Houston Rockets team in the Western Conference Finals. I think they get through all of that. And by the time they get to the NBA Finals, so my 2025 NBA champion, I'm saying it. Cleveland, this is for you. Cavs winning the ship this year. Save the file. Damn, I did that in 45 minutes. Now, let's get to the weekend. It was in football, in college football. It was a wild college football weekend. It was a wild NFL weekend. My Miami Hurricanes lose to Louisville last Friday, and oh my God, I'm still recovering from it. I'm still salty about it. Oh God, I can't believe they went in there and did that. Carson Beck, oh, come on, bro, you gotta be better than that, man. Ole Miss loses to Georgia. Hell of a game, though. I had an opportunity to sit and watch after the second quarter. Texas Tech loses to Arizona State in Big 12 in defense. It's crazy that 5 years ago, the Big 12, 10 years ago, the Big 12 was all offense. It was like the defenses didn't even get off the damn bus. And LSU loses to Vanderbilt. How about Vanderbilt, man? These are the smart kids. Or that's supposed to be the smart kids school. Not known for athletics. For my whole life, and I'm 42 years old, Vanderbilt has not been known for football. Only thing I know about Vanderbilt football is Jacob. Ohio State remains dominant. I'll have more on the disrespect of the Ohio State Buckeyes coming up Thursday. They're the quietest number one team that I've seen in quite some time. Indiana breezes past Michigan State. Notre Dame continues to win after losing two of their first three. Texas A&M is another team in the top five that has been awfully quiet for them. UCLA wins again. I guess Deshaun Foster was the problem. Nico looks like himself. And I want to give a shout out to UAB. Chris Mortensen's son, and I forgot his name just that quick, but I know he's Mortimer's son. And me being in broadcasting and huge ESPN fan and old ESPN fan, Chris Mortensen was part of my childhood. Never had an opportunity to meet Mort. But his son got his first win as an interim coach at UAB. Yeah, we're going to be here for a minute. No, I think we good. Okay, y'all. The Florida Gators have finally fired Billy Napier. And y'all see I put that video, I released the video of me talking about them hating their coach down there. And there was a possibility, I think it was the September the 9th show, where I talked about that. And I didn't think Billy Napier would make it through the season. And then the whispers that he was going to be fired after this particular game, and they even won the game, and they beat Texas, and they still fired him, going through that gauntlet of a schedule that he went was crazy, and they won a couple of those games. There's a lot of ranked teams on there, but it's the Florida Gators. The expectations are high. They brought you in here, and they decided to part ways because you couldn't get the job done. You were 22-23. That's unacceptable for the Florida Gators. I'm not a Gators fan. I can't stand the Florida Gators because I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan. Can't stand them. they are still, and they have still been looking for the heir apparent to Urban Meyer. All of these guys are like Ron Zook after Steve Spurrier. No matter what Ron Zook did, he was always going to be compared to Steve Spurrier. And all of these guys, since Urban Meyer and his championships and his success he had down there, they're still looking for that guy. They thought they had it with Will Muschamp. He went 28 and 21. He only lasted 3 years. Jim McElwain went 22 and 12. He didn't last but 3 years. Dan Mullen, 34 and 15. He lasted 4 years. And now here comes Billy Napier, fired within his 4th year. I think a couple of these guys got fired mid-season and had interims. I just didn't write it down. I know Randy Shannon took over for one of these guys. I can't remember if it was Muschamp or McElwain. But they're looking for guys. And, of course, the lists are out. I have a couple of guys. Lane Kiffin is at the top of that list. I feel like Lane, like that's the number one name on the list, and that's the name I've been seeing and that I already circling around. Elijah Drinkwitz is another name on that list. Rhett Lashley name is on that list. Ed Fish is on that list. And Marcus Freeman's name is on that list. I haven't heard Nick Saban's name on that list. I don't think that's. But I'm going to go back to what I said in September. I'm sticking with John Gruden. If John Gruden wants to coach in the SEC, why not coach the Florida Gators? I can see him going in there. If somehow Mike McDaniel loses his job in Miami, and I hate to even put that on him, I think he would make a fantastic college coach. I just feel like that. I think he would have a hell of a run. He's a younger guy. He can recruit guys. I think Mike McDaniel will be a great college coach. I just don't think he'll no time soon. But John Gruden, or maybe James Franklin. One of those two guys. But Lane Kiffin's going to get that job. But I'm going to scream John Gruden. Heisman candidates. Then I got Pizzle's picks, and then we get the hell out of here because I want to watch basketball like y'all. In at number 10, I got Gunnar Stockton. Quarterback from Georgia, continues to lead that team. He's winning. He's running for touchdowns. That game against Ole Miss was tough, and that dude balled out. Number 9, Jeremiah Love. I don't think Jeremiah Love has been on my Heisman list since the beginning of the year. It was probably like after this first loss, the loss to Miami opening week, he might have came off because he didn't play well. And now we see with Marcus Freeman, they have one of the best backfields in the country with those two guys back there. And Jeremiah Love is spearheading that. In at number 8, Jeremiah Smith. I know he's a little low, but this list is, like I said, this list is fluid. And the 7 guys above him are killing it. Most of them. In at number 7, Diego Paiva from Vanderbilt. Just be LSU. What else are you going to say, or what else can I say there? In at number 6, Julian Sayin. And that's why Jeremiah Smith is dropping down. Because Julian Sayin is going up, and he's going up, and he's going up, and he's going up. He's getting more and more efficient. He's finding other guys besides Jeremiah Smith. You have another pro-ready wide receiver with Ohio State, and he's getting him the ball as well. and efficiency. And everyone knows when it gets to late October, early November, Ohio State's offense does nothing but ramp up and ramp up. They've been ramping up and ramping up. They haven't really had the need to score many points because their defense isn't scoring. I mean, their defense isn't giving up any points. And at number 5, I got Carson Beck. I just dropped him from 1 to 5. Oh, that made me so mad, man. I don't even want to get to it. And at number 4, Marcel Reed, quarterback from Texas A&M. And at number 3, I got Dante Moore from Oregon. And at number 2, Ty Simpson from Alabama. That dude just navigated a tough stretch. 4 SEC games, 4 ranked SEC opponents without a bye week, and they won all 4. And then at number 1, Fernando Mendoza from Indiana. It's his Heisman to lose now. It's his Heisman to lose. Let's get to Pizzle's picks, and let's get the hell out of here. Let's go to college, man. These are a couple of Friday games. Cal at Virginia Tech. I'm taking Cal to win that game. Boise State at Nevada. I'm taking Boise. Boise had a big win, and I apologize to the good boys out at Boise. Like, just doubted y'all. I thought UNLV was going to win, and they kicked the teeth of that team in. Syracuse at Georgia Tech. Number 7, Georgia Tech, man. I want to hate on this team so bad, but all that coach does is win, and he wins. And I want to root for Syracuse and Fran Brown, but give me Georgia Tech to win that game. Number 16, Virginia at North Carolina. I'm taking Virginia. Bill Belichick, I don't care what he said. He quitting at some point. SMU at Wake Forest. I'm taking SMU on the road. Big SEC battle. Ole Miss at number 13, Oklahoma. Number 8, Ole Miss. They dropped from 5 to 8 in the polls. I'm going to take Ole Miss to bounce back. And like John Napier is not on my Heisman list this week, as y'all can see. He didn't play his best. He played better in the Texas game. He played better than he did in the Texas game, but that don't matter. Like, get him out of there. I'm taking Ole Miss. This quarterback battle, Trinidad Chambers and John Napier, should be a good one. Trinidad Chambers could rule the Heisman list at some point. Number 18, South Florida at Memphis. I'm going to give Memphis for the upset. I think Memphis bounces back from their loss. Wisconsin at number 6, Oregon. I'm taking Oregon. Come on, man. Y'all, Ohio State people, y'all watched. Y'all saw what Wisconsin did. Number 23, Illinois at Washington. I want to pick Washington in this game, but I feel like Illinois is going to go out there and pull it out. This is going to be loud out there. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to take Illinois for the dub. Number 15, Missouri at number 10, Vanderbilt. I'm going to stick with Diego and Vanderbilt to get the dub here at home. This should be a good ball game. Number 22, Texas at Ole Miss. Not Ole Miss, but Mississippi State. Give me Texas. San Diego State at Fresno State. I'm taking San Diego State. Number 11, BYU at Iowa State. Big 12 tilt. BYU remains undefeated. I feel like BYU is going to win the Big 12 now. I think they're good enough. It's going to be them and Texas Tech for the Big 12 championship. It's going to be a doozy. I think BYU is going to pull it out. I think they're going to be undefeated. They may sneak into one of the top 4 seeds and get a bye. Stick around. Rankings come out in a couple weeks. Number 4, Alabama at South Carolina. Give me Bama Roll Tide. Shout out to my family down in Tuscaloosa. Oklahoma State at Texas. Number 14, Texas Tech. Texas Tech by a lot. Baylor at number 21, Cincinnati. Give me the Bearcats. Stanford at number 9, Miami. Hurricanes bounce back, and they bounce back big. I think they run the ball down Stanford's throat because I don't know if they trust Carson Beck anymore. I'd run the ball 46 times. Number 25, Michigan at Michigan State in the battle with Michigan. Give me the Wolverines. The Wolverines should be ranked. I said it. Shout out to my folks up in Michigan, but y'all know that team ain't good enough to be ranked. Number 3, Texas A&M at LSU. Big SEC game, big SEC battle. I want to pick LSU to get the dub here at home in Death Valley, but I think Marcel Reed takes A&M into Death Valley. I believe this is a night game. He goes in there. He gets the dub. A&M by 7. Boston College at number 19, Louisville. Louisville back in the top 25. Give me Louisville. Number 17, Tennessee at Kentucky. Give me Tennessee. Houston at number 24, Arizona State. I'm going to take Arizona State to get the dub there. Like, after seeing what they did last week, I'm not picking against them this week. And Colorado at Utah. I love Coach Prime, but I'm taking the Utes to win that game. Colorado just hasn't shown me they're physical enough. And Utah is a physical team that beats the crap out of people. That is College Pizzle Picks. All right, moving on. NFL, and then we getting the hell out of here, and we gonna watch it. I'm gonna let y'all watch some basketball. Okay. Thursday night game. The Minnesota Vikings at the Los Angeles Chargers at beautiful SoFi Stadium. I am going to take the LA Chargers. I don't trust the Vikings quarterback situation. Carson Wentz, J.J. McCarthy, it don't matter. Give me the Chargers. Sunday, and this is the first week in a couple of weeks that there are no international games, so no waking up at 9 a.m. and watching the NFL. The Miami Dolphins travel to take on the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons in that defense because the Miami Dolphins are bad. The Miami Dolphins, I'm saying this as a Cleveland Browns supporter that is on a one-year sabbatical because the Cleveland Browns are trash. The Miami Dolphins are worse than the Cleveland Browns, so we saw it on Sunday. I'm taking Atlanta. I'm surprised Mike McDaniel has his job. I don't call for people's jobs, but I don't think that man is going to have a job in a couple of weeks. The New York Jets at the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals just because it seems like they are more steady at the quarterback position now with Joe Flacco. I don't know what the hell the New York Jets are doing. Justin Fields got benched last week. Aaron Glenn hasn't committed to him, to my knowledge, before I started recording this. So, I don't know. I'm going to take the Bengals to get this one at home. The Cleveland Browns travel to take on the New England Patriots. Yes, the Cleveland Browns got a win, and it gave the city a reason to shut the hell up and not complain. I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow. But I'm going to go with the New England Patriots, and I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be like 17-14 or 16-10 or somewhere in that range. And I'm going to pick the New England Patriots to win that game. The New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles looked like them last week. They looked like the best team in the NFC and the best team in the NFL last week. Beating up on the Vikings. The Giants coming off of that collapse in the fourth quarter. Their defense gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter. It wouldn't surprise me if they gave up 33 points in the first quarter to the Eagles this Sunday. Give me the Eagles at home. The Buffalo Bills travel to take on the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers without Bryce Young. I don't think, hell, you can bring Bryce Young, Vince Young, Whitney Young, Young Thug, Young MC. It don't matter. Buffalo by 2 tuds. The Chicago Bears at the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson returns. And I think that's enough for the Ravens to get off the schneid and get out of this funk. And I think this is going to start a run for them. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win like their next 5 or 6 games after this. This is the type of stuff they do. Lamar Jackson's going to come back superhuman. And this is what's going to happen. Give me Baltimore. The San Francisco 49ers travel to take on the Houston Texans. Give me the Niners. I don't care who the quarterback is, Brock Purdy or Mac Jones. They're better than the Texans. I don't know what the hell happened to C.J. Stroud. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New Orleans Saints. Give me the Baker and the Buccaneers. In spite of him not having receivers, they're still a better team than the New Orleans Saints. Listen, my 42-year-old ass can get out there and play wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and be better than I won't be better than what the Saints have. But Baker Mayfield will lead us to victory with me as one of the wide receivers. Like, I'm 42. I probably can run a 40 in like 4.7, 4.8. I'm catching the slant and I'm falling. Give me the Bucs, though. The Dallas Cowboys travel to take on the Denver Broncos. This one is tricky because the Cowboys just romped over the Commanders. And the Broncos, off of that high of a comeback in that 33-point fourth quarter. I want to pick the Cowboys, but I'm not. I'm going to go with the Broncos at home. The Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Give me the Colts. Give me Daniel Indiana Jones dimes in this one. The Green Bay Packers travel to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Y'all already know. I'm on Brown sabbatical, but I'm still not picking the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're collapsing. They're coming back to the pack. They lost last Thursday, choked one, and they're going to choke one this Sunday night against the Green Bay Packers. And by the way, the Pittsburgh Steelers, those throwback uniforms that they're going to be wearing this Sunday, throw them shits in the trash. I got 1 hour and 7 minutes into a show without cursing. As soon as I bring up the funky-ass Pittsburgh Steelers in their shitty-ass uniforms, here come the curse words. The Monday night game, the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Come on, man. Y'all been watching this show long enough to know. Mahomes is back. And that's the Kansas City Chiefs. And with that said, y'all, we're going to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Damn, that's a long hour. Make sure y'all check out the Cleveland Cavaliers preview. If y'all haven't, it's up. Spotify, YouTube people. I was going to do a Cavaliers watch along for the game tomorrow. I'm still up in the air with it. I'm going to sleep on it and maybe make an announcement in the morning. Or, hey, I might just pop up on live. Make sure y'all tune in Thursday. Club Pizzle. I'm going to talk the Browns win. Why the Ohio State Buckeyes, why are they such a quiet number one? And tune in. Also, make sure OhioEntertainmentAwards.org, Club Pizzle, best podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. I will see you guys when I see y'all. Peace.